Barak, Yahweh, Alam, Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to True Talk. You know, one thing I don't get is a proud Hebrew black man that's proud to be black, but got a white wife or a Mexican wife or a Cuban wife or a British, Brazil wife, Chinese wife, any other woman but the black woman, but he claimed to love being black so much, and he walked with this confidence that every woman on this planet want him because he's a black man. And trust me, as a black man, you can feel that way. But if you truly love yourself, wouldn't you want to produce and make people that look more like you? Because there's this myth that you are what your father are. That's true, but you can still pollute and water down your seed. And you know the scripture says that Israel, we are above all nations. So if we are above all nations, we call a special peculiar people. How much more our women's? Because a lot of dudes got this idea that I'm a black man, I can just lay down with any woman and produce a black child and produce a strong, beautiful Hebrew child. And that's not so. And it's the reason why they don't want the black man to produce with the black woman. It's the reason why a lot of these camps been infiltrated and they want us to think that Mexicans and all these other people are our people and we can lay down with them and produce a black child. Now, fair enough, the black DNA and gene is strong. So usually when a black man lay down with any other race, the child gonna come out looking like a light skinned black person. Maybe just with a softer hair. But looks are deceiving. Just because they look black, if they're not pure black, if they ain't got a black mother, a Hebrew father, and a Hebrew mother, then they are not pure breed. They are not pure, and they don't have, how can I say, they don't have the power to give the uniqueness that comes with being a pure Hebrew Israelite. For example, Michael Jordan, black mother, black daddy. Kobe, black mother, black daddy. Uh, LeBron James. If you go to NFL, Jerry Rice, Shador, Deion Sanders. All these great people, athletic freaks, and you go back in history, some of the most gifted scientists was pure black people. Now, of course, there's been some mixed people. That's what's the dude name? Trey Young that play on the Atlanta Falcons. I think he mixed, but you can see the difference. What's that dude? The ball, whatever his name. He was a good NBA player. NBA player, and he had a whole bunch of mixed boys. You know, the ball this, the ball that, and they are not. They can never be as good as their daddy because they daddy is a pure Hebrew. Now they got some of the genes, so they can play a little bit, but it's always going to be default. I'm gonna tell you like this: nobody in their right mind will mix a pit bull with a chihuahua or any other dog because you want that dog to be pure. You want that dog to have the characteristics of a bulldog because a bulldog is a great breed. So why would you water down that breed with any other dog? And just like, oh, we all humans, yeah. They all dogs, but they got a different makeup. Somebody that got an expensive one of those little Chihuahua dogs, they want to make that dog with another Chihuahua so the breed can stay pure. If we like that even with our own animals, how much more humans? And that's why the Most High said, don't mix with the other nations. It's not hard. A lot of people want to look in the scripts and say, but so and so did this, but so and so did that. But what did the Most High commanded us? What was the commandment? And he said this for a reason. For all those people that think you can just lay down with any other woman and it doesn't matter. Our black women are so special, and these rich white dudes right here is gonna tell you how special our women are. And he gonna say no other woman on the planet got what the so-called African or so-called black woman got. Not Mexican, not Cuban, nobody. Let's see what they got to say.
Stem cell technology that Peter and I invested in is called SCMT, which is the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. It just go and take it out.
Acorn?
Huh?
The acorn was
Yeah, and this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. Negroes have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we will pay you for your egg.
I pay you $100.
You want So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500. I'm prepared to outbid him. Whoever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I'd buy about $60,000 of eggs. Yeah. If you have a portion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and a placenta, your period blood is so rich with stem cells. When you regard it as waste, then it actually should be. It should be captured. It's recycled, and it should go to waste. It's life.
Now, I just want to point out a couple of things. You see who's sitting beside the white man is some light-skinned black woman. She look like she maybe mixed or black herself, but see how they use our own people? Because he know, hey, if us creepy old white mans come up there, we might scare them off. So, of course, they come with a black woman, so it can go smoother, so they can look less threatening. So that black woman that's sitting beside him, she came with them to convince the other black women, it's cool, is everything okay? And see how he tried to play them. He just got through talking about how special they are and their genes are, and then he gonna offer them $100 because he didn't think they know any better. And then when they were like, hold on, wait a minute, then he gonna jump up. Let's big on it, $500. It jumped up to 100 to 500. But the other old dude, he wasn't playing no mess. He was like 50, 60,000. That's what it's going for. That's what I pay for it. And he said there's no other woman but the African black curly women's like you that carry this genetic. Not the Mexicans, not the Cubans, not the Puerto Ricans, not these the Negroid or Chinese or none of that. So these dudes are really tripping. I mean, think about it. If we the shitting is, our women's are the sitting is. If you look around, you say, well, they used to call MJ Air Jordan. Say it seemed like he's flying in the air. And all these women's, oh, they want a dark, tall black man. And you know how they say we are blessed with certain advantage over other men's. How much more our women's with the shape Coke bottle with the big but don't back there. See, people got confused. They say they don't make white women like they used to. A lot of these white women got butt these days. BBL. It's a BBL. If you see a woman with a nice butt, 90% of the time it's a BBL. Trust me. But you had a lot of these raccoons posting these pictures. Oh, black women, y'all in competition now. You see how these white women they built different, and these white women just went and got a BBL to copy to look like the so-called black women. But it's deeper than just looks. It's what the Most High put in their blood, our blood, their spirit. We are special beings, and you gotta be a fool to want to go and sleep with the heathens. You've been deceived. The scripture says the devil has deceived the whole world. And anytime I see a brother that want to date outside his race, I see somebody that's been deceived and lied to because, boy, what are you doing? We got the best women on the planet, and you gonna believe the lie that Pocahontas or anybody else is got something on the black Hebrew woman? How they say in New York? Are you dumb? You cool? You straight? What you smoking on? Just like any other race, we got women that are appealing and women that are not appealing. Unfortunately, we got a lot of women that are overweight, but regardless, they ain't got nothing on the so-called black Hebrew woman, the Hebrew woman, the so-called black woman. Just want to share this video, man. What y'all feel about this? What do y'all think? And this explain a lot. Why our black women are, when it comes to babies and like the high abortions, like when you really, when the most I open your eyes and you see what's really going on, everything start making sense. Why our women have so much trouble giving birth? Why the death rate is high amongst our women? Why they want our women to give abortion where in the black neighborhood they got abortion clinics and they uh, target our women and then want to crucify them and say, oh, black women have more abortion than any other woman by a small measure. But they don't tell you also what counts in that is complication. Black women have more complication with pregnancy than any other woman. And when they have complication, a baby die in them or have to be taken out, that's also count as an abortion. But love yourself, love who you are, because we are special people. Uh, as always, let Yah be true and every man a lie. Till next time, Shalom.